Today we are launching a partnership called Momentum for Change with UN and GeSi, which is about what can ICT do to mitigate climate change. This partnership is a 3-year partnership whereby in the next 3 years the ICT industry will be cooperating with UN and GeSi, showing real cases, real solutions, transformative solutions which contribute to reduce carbon emissions. We think that ICT is fundamental to tackle climate change. It's part of the solution, and therefore there is a need to promote ICT in this global platform to make politicians aware, ministers aware, governments aware that ICT can make a positive impact in climate, and we hope that during these 3 years we will bring ICT to the main stage of the discussions.
So what's your ambition for the end of the 3-year period? What you hope
Well, our ambition would be to have ICT in the main agenda, which is a solutions agenda. We need a solution-driven agenda. It is important to have policy. We need a policy framework, but we need a solution-driven agenda, because without solutions nothing will be happening. And therefore our ambition would be to have ICT in the main stage of the global climate discussions.
Some people would argue that the ICT sector is growing so fast and so big that it doesn't necessarily need that backing from governments that maybe the renewable energy industry does. How would you respond
Well,
to that?
we are not asking for any backing. This is about ICT offering a solution for the climate problem. Because if governments and policymakers, they do not realize how important is ICT to tackle climate change, nothing will be happening. We need governments to understand that ICT is a cross-cutting industry. The world is interconnected through ICT. You need ICT to connect every single sector of the industry. You need ICT to connect our lives. You need ICT for education. You need ICT for health. You need ICT for transportation, for energy. And we need governments to understand this role and to interconnect the dots. And this is not happening. And that's why we are not really harnessing the benefits of ICT.
Why do you think they're failing to connect the dots?
Well, because they have been concentrated on the problem agenda. They have not been looking at the solutions agenda. Maybe the solutions agenda is there. And I'm convinced that every single government wants a solution. And I'm sure that that's the objective that is, let's say, behind these meetings. But we need a solution-driven agenda. We need case studies. We need transformative solutions which show what can be done to reduce carbon emissions.
And what's the potential of the sector to reduce emissions?
Well, the potential is huge. We've done 2 studies around the potential of ICT. The first one was done in 2008, which was called Smart 2020, and at that time the potential was that the study concluded, it was done by McKinsey, that we could reduce 15% of the global emissions, while our footprint by 2020 would be around 3% of the global emissions. So 1 to 5 factor for positive impact. We decided last year to revise the study and to understand whether the findings of the 2008 study were valid or not. And we did it with the Boston Consulting Group, with another consultancy. And the conclusion was even better. So we have now a factor from 1 to 7. So while our footprint is coming down, it will no longer be the 3% that we identified, although we are investing more in deploying more ICT, so there is a curve going up in terms of our footprint, in terms of our energy consumption, but the positive impact, the enabling impact is even bigger, and we can reduce actually 16.5% of the global emissions through ICT in cooperation with other industries. So therefore, the partnerships are fundamental to achieve these results. If we think in business as usual, that means ICT alone, we will never reach, or we will never be able to reach that potential.
So finally, what are you asking businesses and organisations to do now to help you over the next 3 years?
Well, what we need more cooperation. We need all the industry sectors to understand that ICT, let's say investment on ICT, will be beneficial to all. We're talking about a business potential of 1.9 trillion US dollars per year. And this is not a benefit for the ICT industry, it's a global benefit for every single industry. And we would like this potential to be shared, and we would like this potential to be realized, because behind the potential we have also the possibility of creating an additional 30 million jobs. So if you look at telecommunications and ICT, let's say the companies, the traditional companies, they have been reducing their manpower because of innovation and because of new technology and so on. But our impact inside industries, through ICT deployment, through intelligence, it has been having a positive impact. For each job destroyed in the telecommunications industry, we have been able to create 2 jobs in other industries.
Great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.